And we are live. It is the Unapologetic Podcast,
You okay?
the latest in entertainment and current events. I am Sir Goodwood Live. We have the actual and the factual Kim Smith, and I'm being double teamed tonight by two young ladies from Carbondale, Illinois, as they
That's
was
Don't be adding them extra S's.
618 finest
Hey,
Simone H, aka Moni, aka the third co-host,
that's right.
aka my replacement.
I can never replace you, Goodwin. Never. But I try, but I can never replace you.
You feeding his ego on today.
Yeah, I'm just it's ladies' night plus me. I already know what's getting ready to happen here.
Oh,
But-
Lord.
Welcome, Simone. Welcome, Kim. How y'all be?
Well, you know me, blessed, black, and highly favored. Ain't no way other to be. What about you, Moni?
Well, the snow is not sticking today, so I'm doing very well.
Hey, man, I'm so damn tired of cleaning off my car.
Not as having the snow, but hey, somebody has to do it, right?
Somebody got to do it.
Well, if y'all act right, we'll get to that at Kim's corner later on. Y'all will have somebody cleaning off y'all snow in the car.
Nope.
So we're gonna move on. Temperatures to drop Wednesday with more snow in the forecast. Now that was 11 hours ago, so it looks like we kind of dodged a bullet here. But
oh no,
it
more
is
is coming. More is coming. Yeah.
that-
more is
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Well, we're going to get the show started. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all social media and podcast platforms. The gala, they got it right again. The Met Gala is actually doing what we want all shows to do, and that is get some good creation, good creative directors, good producers, and Beyonce, Nicole Kidman, and Venus Williams. I was a bit of surprise with that. The actual and factual Kim Smith. What is the show, and how did this come about?
Yeah, so as we know, Anta Wintour picks out the theme and the people who are going to represent the theme every year. So the Met Gala is always the very first Monday in May. So it is May 4th of 2026. The theme is custom art. And it is going to be a focus on relationships between fashion, art, and exploring the clothed body through various artistic representations. So another interesting, take on things. People really think that Beyonce is doing this, that she is actually stepping up to be a co-chair, because this is going to collaborate with Act 3. So this is why she is finna start her kind of like press junket, because her album will be coming shortly thereafter.
And that means that a tour will be coming
Shortly thereafter that.
Simone, are you Beehive? Are you a paid Beehive member?
I'm not a Beehive, member of the cult, but but I do love Beyonce, and I think all the ladies that have been announced to be co-hosts, excellent pick. Now I know, good, when you said you were surprised by Serena Williams, I was surprised a little bit with Beyonce, considering that she haven't been to a Met Gala in years.
Very true.
So I was just like, oh, okay. Like, you haven't been since what, 2014, 15, 16? And it's like 2026. Like, that's a decade ago. Like,
yeah.
But I mean, she is the queen bee. So I mean, I guess, show up, show out.
Does she have to be there even though she's the co-chair?
Yes, she has to be there.
I don't think LeBron. I don't think LeBron was there.
LeBron went.
He was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're going to be a co-chair, you have to be present for that particular thing.
Okay. Well,
my question is to the audience, to y'all, does Rihanna outdress Beyonce at her co-chair gala? Because y'all know that's what Rihanna is known for. They call her Miss Met Gala.
Oh.
But she just had a baby or something, so she may not even go.
She went last time and she was pregnant.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, what that got to do with it?
We always at the Met Gala. I'm surprised she's not co-host, to be honest, but
I don't think that
named yet.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a competition between Beyonce and Rihanna. Rihanna is going to show out, do her thing. Beyonce will do her thing. I think that they are probably actually, if they're not friends, they're cool, So I don't think that that anyone will feel the need to upstage anyone. Now, if it was Brandy,
Okay, let's not do that. We done dog walked her enough, haven't we?
Yeah, we're going on
my sister.
If it was Brandy, maybe.
Simone, have you ever been to the Met Gala?
Yes, in my dreams. Look, I showed up in my dreams 5 hours after it started because I never get the theme until I actually see people on the carpet.
I know that's right. So I gotta see what everybody else doing first.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this?
Well, if Unapologetic gets the ticket, you can have mine.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, you can have it. We're gonna switch over to politics real quick because Jasmine Crockett, due to the redistrict lines, the new district lines that they have formed in Texas to help Republicans get more votes and help minorities not have as many votes. Crockett doesn't have a district, it seems like. So she has decided to run for Senate in a Republican state as a Democrat. The actual factual Kim Smith, what is going on here?
Yeah, you hit a lot of it. Exactly what it is. They thought that they were going to redistrict her out of her seat, and she did. She waited till the last minute to throw her hat in. That she is now running for Senate. And this whole theory that Jasmine Crockett is unqualified, that she doesn't know what's going on, is total BS. Jasmine Crockett is educated. She is a prior civil rights attorney, graduated from University of Houston, was a public defender before she became a rights attorney, has been in the House of Representatives for 2 years, elected the House of Representatives for 2 years, then also elected to her seat in 2023. And now, yes, she is running for Senate. And when she wins, she will be the first Black woman. There you go. Speak it into existence. She will be the first Black woman to hold that type of seat in the state of Texas.
Okay. Are you a Jasmine Crockett fan, Simone?
I love Jasmine Crockett.
Of course I am. Jasmine Crockett all the way. I feel like she's the perfect person, not only because she's an African-American woman, but she's the perfect person to hold Trump, his administration, and all the Republicans accountable for their actions. She's the only one that's going to speak up. And I think she would definitely be a very great candidate for the Senate. But as we already know, Texas has been a Republican state for many, 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 many decades. So unfortunately, my hopes are not high. But if anybody can change the curve, I think it could be Jasmine Crockett.
So great.
Yeah, we know that the Blacks are going to come out and support Jasmine Crockett in Dallas, in Houston. So those are two major cities. So that does give her a chance. But we also know that when the people want to come out and support those Republicans, they get on out there to them polls as well.
They do.
We'll see. I mean,
I heard about the white woman down to the Cinnabon. That's how they show up.
Yep.
That's exactly how they out of the woodwork, like you just said. Like they might not put their face to it, but they will definitely come out and vote for both of the others undercover.
That part, on horses and everything. You know, they come back what they call those backyard counties.
Exactly.
They show up.
Yeah, they come out even when it ain't no damn election. So
that's right.
That's right.
all the way down to Kentucky, asking about why New York, what's happening in New York. Okay,
that is so funny. That is so funny. Going out there trying to vote for a man that freeze whenever he get on camera.
Lord have mercy.
In Miami, though, we have a Democratic mayor for the first time in nearly 30 years. Kim, how about it?
Mayor Elaine Higgins with an upset, okay? With a complete upset as she beat Trump's back opponent, Emilio Gonzalez, which I was so confused because I was like, where was ICE? But my bad.
Hello.
She won 60% of the vote. The very first female mayor in Miami, first Democrat and non-Hispanic that won in 30 years.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I haven't been to Miami in a long time. The Bears play Miami next year in Miami. So it looks like we can reconvene like we did in Miami.
In Miami, you know. We was just in
Unapologetic. I said, I guess Unapologetic is going to fund this trip.
Well, you know, depending on what's in the treasure.
Yeah, I get you a nice train ticket. You know, they got a nice train service from Chicago to Miami.
Not the train. I'd rather have a layover than the train now.
She said a white refrigerator.
Ooh, the ghetto.
Speaking of the ghetto, we're gonna go to Detroit, the ghetto for real. But we got a black mayor-elect there, and she's found love, black love in Detroit. So this is a feel-good story that I definitely wanted to throw in here, Kim.
Yeah, so won the nomination. She is now the very first female mayor of Detroit. So shout out to her. Educated, started at city council level. So don't let people tell you got to do all these things before you can actually take office, because she lost her first run, joined the city council and worked her way up. And now she is the first female mayor in Detroit. And to top it off, as soon as she won, she got married to her husband, who's in the picture, Ricky Jackson. And fun fact, his sister plays in the WNBA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to the new Detroit mayor and the new Detroit couple. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Detroit, Kim is from Detroit, and we all love Kim and have seen Kim live, and he's given us some great jazz music. And at one point, Kim was homeless and, just worked his way up to stardom. But one thing Kim was doing along the way that I did not know Kim was doing that much of is making some babies, okay? Baby number 8. Wow.
Did you know that Kim had this many kids?
No.
I did not know at all.
Yeah, I know he had a lot of kids. Yeah, with his music, a lot of people joke like, definitely baby making music.
Okay.
And they say Kim, made babies to his own music, to all his hits, and he got more than 8. So
yeah,
I'm not surprised. But I think with this wife, he has 5, right?
Oh, it's a new wife involved here.
Oh Lord, wait a minute. So she not the old wife.
No, I guess not.
Oh,
I was like, tell me something new.
Oh wow. Okay, so he got 8 kids strong. He has multiple partners.
Baby mama.
No, you know how we feel about that. Did not know that. Okay.
Hey, if women can have babies in their 50s, so can men. So
hey,
okay.
All right, well, you better keep writing some songs, Kim. Keep writing songs.
You're gonna be back in that car.
every time I get, I'm reminded that I used to say that Donald Trump was not a racist,
Mhm.
and I think that was the naivety of me
Mm.
seeing the black people on Celebrity Apprentice and all the stuff he was doing before he was president. But I do have to say that the fact that he is going out of his way to just tear down African American history
Mm.
is racist is the only word to describe this man. I mean, not only word, but in this case,
Check it.
wow.
So their president that they voted for has removed multiple days from the National Park Service free days. So national parks, national museums, and everything like that. Two of those days were, of course, MLK Day, and recently added by the Biden administration was Juneteenth. As people remember, their president came out some months back saying that like he needed to look at the holidays because there was too many holidays with people being off. Clearly, he was talking about us. Clearly, he felt like we needed to take our asses to work because he took out MLK Day and Juneteenth. But he added June 14th under the guise that it was Flag Day. But guess what else day it is?
His birthday.
His
Crazy. Crazy. Oh my God. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Not you say, I don't know what you're talking about. It's Flag Day. I mean, I don't know what you mean. It's Flag Day.
Yeah. He just trying to bamboozle.
What are y'all thoughts and feelings on this?
I'm upset. I'm totally upset. I feel like one, go back and say a lot of black people don't even feel comfortable going to museums, for one. Because when we walk in, most of the time we feel very out of place, very uncomfortable. And sometimes the cost to get into museums is very overpriced that a lot of African Americans can't afford to go. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Auntie Betty. Because yes, I'm pissed off too. So I think with them making it when it was a free day for us to actually go and have the opportunity to learn about our culture for free, he said, "Nah, I don't want y'all to know about your culture. I don't want you to feel comfortable going anywhere. So let me just take this away." Like Goodwin said, if I didn't think he was racist then, I think he is now. Definitely. This is totally unacceptable and it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Not surprising. Something that I'm going to talk to Reverend Dr. Ian Chappelle about. It's not surprising, but it's just unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
It is so unnecessary. But one thing that we do know is that this is Donald Trump, and this has been his MO, and just been the slowest, longest year ever.
Don't forget, this is still just we hasn't even been a year that he's been in office. Okay, I think a lot of people we've just been getting hit with so much are not really like clicking that this is literally just the beginning. This is
but then I just say one thing.
Yes.
I agree. This was very unnecessary because I'm not going to even lie. I didn't even know the museums are free on Martin Luther King.
I didn't either. Didn't either.
Just like,
not you snatching some shit from us that we didn't even know we had.
I didn't know. I never been on MLK Day or Juneteenth, and I'm off on those days. So
well, yeah, it might be just it might not. The museums might be a part of some of them if they're a national or federal. Like I don't think here in Chicago, the Field Museum and all that are free on those days because then it would be those are school days out and it would be a whole bunch of people there. So I think it does vary by state, but it is very unnecessary. And just like it was very unnecessary for the CDC to remove the hepatitis B shot, the CDC is now a circus. We cannot believe anything that comes from the CDC at all. You are better off Googling. I would stick to your doctor and your body versus going with anything from the CDC during the Trump administration.
So one thing that I do want to make clear, the CDC said that they have changed the recommendation. So clearly there was a lot of kickback with this. There were a lot of issues. And so they have changed their language. They're very good with that. So the outrage comes and then they'll be like, wait a minute. That's not exactly what we meant. So basically what they said, they are suggesting that the universal birth dose shift to after birth, delaying the shot for 2 months instead of giving it right at birth. So that was their cleanup after they got so much, of course, like negative press about it.
Yeah. I don't have time for the CDC. We learned that lesson back in when was he in the president 2016?
Put bleach in it. You can just put bleach. Just put bleach in your system.
I just think we need to go back to the 1980 vaccinations because these new kids are crazy. That's all I have to
say. Ma'am.
I'm just saying.
You got first-hand experience. Well, I will trust Netflix before I trust the CDC because Netflix got some money and they ain't playing around with taking over these other companies to just be this major streaming network platform, which we'll get to later because that's where the Diddy doc is on. And but yeah, Kim, what happens here? Is this official? And I thought it was somebody else involved. They've taken over somebody else as well.
Yeah. So originally when this first deal came together, it was Netflix and Warner Brothers together. More people have now put their bid in because they do not want Netflix to have Warner Brothers. Now, what the original agreement was that Netflix would acquire Warner Brothers and Discovery Inc. And that deal was going to be worth about $82.7 billion. Okay. That's what Netflix was going to pay for it. And that would have included the Warner Brothers Studios, HBO Max, and HBO, which is stupid because that's the same thing. But now because that people do not want Netflix to have Warner Brothers, Paramount has thrown their ring in the hat, a few other people. The underlaying of all of this is controlled media, correct? Right? So all of this has to be approved through their president. And as we already see, he's trying to control the narrative of media. He is dinging reporters. You're supposed to go through them before you publish stories and things like that. So what people are afraid of is that if Paramount gets their hat in the ring with Warner Brothers, like all of these mega media companies is going to shrink down to like 3. And then those 3 companies will basically control everything that we see. And he claims that it's not true, but the word on the street is that he basically would be controlling 2 of those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how it's going to be during these times of presidency. And I do want to mention that Jasmine Crockett has an even greater chance of winning because of the people being tired of Trump's BS.
I mean, you can look at the mayor runs and seeing Democrats winning, showing you that people are getting tired of him.
Absolutely. Because I mean, Miami, that was a shocker for me.
Absolutely.
Florida, come on, that's crazy.
Right. The great trash state of Florida. So,
even New York.
Yeah.
Not the trash state.
Not the trash state.
I thought that Netflix might want to go ahead and try to get MTV, but the MTV is saying goodbye to us. We grew up on MTV, and we grew up right at a time when they started playing black people's stuff on MTV. And they really didn't do it a whole lot in the beginning, but then when they brought in TRL and stuff like that, hip hop started making big moves. They started bringing those artists in, but MTV was definitely ran by Trump back in the day.
Okay,
we're going to say goodbye to them after 44 years.
Is that true?
Yeah. So MTV is they claim that it's going to be like their music division. So you said TRL, I immediately thought of Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, right. And now y'all are the music people. Is it true that Michael Jackson's Thriller was their first music video? Yep. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. Okay. So it seems like that they're shutting down their music division. Show, like some of the shows will still be on, but a lot of them have migrated to like VH1 and things like that. I think the main one that they pull in now is Jersey Shore Family Reunion, and the only reason I know that is because I still watch it. That is still a MTV produced show. I think Jackass just got canceled. So I think
they on MTV or no? Wild and Out.
Wild and Out is still on MTV.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's still like a couple shows that would still pop up, but I think the music division itself is saying goodbye.
Well, it needs to go because no one really watches videos anymore. I mean, if you're gonna watch a video, you're gonna go to YouTube. I mean, that's just being honest. And now, a lot of the apps like Apple Music, Spotify, apps like that, they show music videos. So now you could just type in what song, you want to hear and click on the video.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to turn to a channel and wait for the video going. And I don't even think anybody has like cable like that anymore too.
Oh, that part.
So if Netflix ain't streaming videos, then I don't.
They still do make videos. I mean, these artists still make videos. Maybe they just go straight to YouTube or something like that.
Yeah, because Ella May just made a great video. Yeah, so I know her. Cardi's new video is I just watch it on right? YouTube. Yeah, I watch it on YouTube.
Or YouTube, yep, social media, YouTube. No one's turning on the channel and say, I can't wait for that Cardi video to come on. I mean, come on.
Not the top 10 countdown.
Hey, maybe y'all need to do Thursday's top 10 countdown.
Lord have mercy. Not for the people, child. Now because his first 9 to be Patti LaBelle.
That's not true.
Just Patti. All the way down. Just Patti.
Well, when you the GOAT, you the GOAT,
I mean,
hey, I can't argue with that one.
Well, Kim, you know about this. Well, you could be the loudest one in the room. You gotta.
Don't do my friend like that.
And I wear it proudly, baby. I don't need a mic, honey. I don't need a mic.
You don't need the mic. You don't need the mic stand. So y'all, there might be some good music over there, but we can't hear you. You might be singing, but we can't hear you. Okay.
Okay, don't get booted for StreamYard today.
Tell them, Moni, don't get jumped on here now.
Exactly.
Shout out to Patti LaBelle. That's good stuff. Southwest is doing their best to lose customers.
They absolute best.
I mean, I've never seen anything like this before because, going from assigned seating to the bags to, cutting routes and stuff. Now we said if you're too fat, we're going to tell you got to buy 2 seats. Even though I do agree with this, I just find like it's just a way, like they just cut back everything. You go cut back. Who's going to be riding Southwest? Well, I will.
Nobody. Okay. I don't think we've been on Southwest since we went to New Orleans for your birthday.
Yeah, no.
Yes, and that was like 4 years ago.
I just don't take Southwest because like Good was said, they adding all this extra stuff, but when you go to O'Hare, you got to walk a mile in a day. So I'm just not taking Southwest. Y'all too far. Y'all with the
Five. Terminal 5, baby.
Out of Midway. You supposed to fly out of Midway.
No.
You don't have to worry about that. I ain't
We
messing
very
with
rarely.
that.
No. We flew out of Midway for Miami, and it was decent. We got through very quickly, or whatever.
I just want to know, like, as far as plus size, like, are they going to list the size on the website? Like, how do you know you have to purchase 2 seats? Because we know the average person that is over 110 pounds is considered plus size.
I mean, very good point. Very good point.
I just want to know, like, what is considered plus size? If I have a BBL and I'm considered plus size because my ass is fat, you know what I'm saying? I got to purchase 2 seats.
You know what, Simone? That's why you're the third co-host, because that is a very good question.
Very good point.
Question, because not everybody is spilling out the seat, and they can still be, 400 some pounds. So you can't really give it a weight limit.
True.
Right? Because if I'm like 6'7", then I'm not plus. I don't know. I'm not plus. I'm just tall, but I might weigh 300 pounds.
Very good point. I think from the statement that they put out, they basically said that if you present and you need more than 1 seat to fit, then you will be required to buy a second seat at the gate.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Because
but they said they are giving you the option. Now, they said they are giving you the option to go ahead and buy 2 seats together up front, right? So I guess the thing used to be if you were plus size and overweight and couldn't fit in 1 seat, when you got there, they would notice that, and then they would, of course, comp you a seat for free. They're basically saying they are no longer doing that. They're saying if you know for a fact that your body can't fit in 1 seat, okay? If your body cannot fit in 1 seat, then it is your responsibility to buy the seats together in advance or pay for the extra seat when you get to the airport.
But how I know I can't fit in the seat without sitting in the seat?
No. They
are y'all gonna have a seat at the gate like y'all have baggies?
They claim if you can't fit in that 1 seat.
I don't know. And if y'all test me in a tester seat outside the gate and embarrass me, I'm suing for embarrassment.
I mean,
that's my point. I think that in 2027, we're going to go back and have to report on this story about how Southwest has had to pay so many people because they're going to sue them for some type of discrimination. Gabby Gohart on Instagram, I have no idea who that is. She says Kim ain't plus size, but her booty is.
But guess what? I can fit in 1 seat. Are you sure? 1 seat.
Are you sure?
This ass may be wagging and all of that, but it is stacked. Okay, like this, not like this. Not like this, like this.
That's like her to a carry-on bag she not supposed to have can fit in a carry-on.
Because what the thing that I'm gonna get in trouble for is bringing 17 things on the plane.
Well, I will say we're going to make sure that Kim has an aisle seat so that she does not have to pay for 2 seats, because then we can make sure that you can just hang on right in the aisle. You ain't got to worry about touching nobody in the middle. So we got to put Kim on the aisle. What if I'm traveling with my boo and he don't care if I spill over on him? Well,
you still got to pay for the second seat.
Southwest cares. Gabby, go hard to the counter, please. Gabby, go hard to the counter. Hey, y'all, can't wait to unpack Diddy finally able to contribute to pop culture news. Okay. Welcome back. Angel Lake Estella, one of our favorite guests that we've had here on Unapologetic. This is how they start discrimination by the eyes of the worker. Now, really, everybody getting beat up. They told they need another seat. Yeah.
Which is very true. They are running a really big risk of playing with people in their face, like y'all said. Like, I can definitely see the discrimination suits coming. I can definitely see people having issues and stuff like that. Again, but I think on Southwest side, not saying that I am, taking like trying to give the company an out, but what they are trying to say in advance is that if you need that seat, right? So you can do it one or two ways. You can do it in advance, or we can pull you to the side at the gate.
Yeah, Southwest got to be under new management because they just make it crazy. Somebody go into YouTube and put in Mickey Howard new management. Okay, here in Chicago, the people are mourning the loss of DJ Commando. He has been around for a long time, and I think he is your SIU Saluki brother, the actual and factual Kim Smith. Tell us about it.
Yes. So unfortunately, Chicago lost DJ Commando. I did not. He was. I'm older than him. So I did not. We could have been, I think, at SIU like at the beginning of his tenure. So I don't really remember him. Condolences to his friends, his family, his alpha brothers. This is very tragic. I know the SIU family is really in mourning, and they are really pulling themselves together to, represent him. So again, like Stella is saying, such a tragic loss to the city, but literally a tragic loss for his friends, family, and his brothers.
Yeah, DJ Commando, rest in peace. Do we know cause of death?
No, his family hasn't said anything yet. And I think that if the family is saying that, I think people should respect it.
I agree.
Head forward to that because I'm hearing a lot of different stuff out here in the street.
And, I think also people shouldn't speak on things that they're not sure of. So, like, if you don't have a close connection to his family, if you don't know any of his line brothers or anything like that, then you're speaking on something that you really don't know anything about.
I would say I have heard him DJ a couple of times, and he was, amazing. So definitely, it's definitely a loss to the city. I mean, every time you see him, on the flyer or when you go to a Bull game, he always have the crowd hyped. I know he's younger, but he always, played my type of music. He knew.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's in our age demographic. I'm just saying that, like, when I was coming out of SIU, I think he might have been like a freshman or a sophomore or something like that.
Yeah, we're not going to say that because we're the same age, so we're not going to speak on age.
Girl, we're not worried about these people.
But definitely a tragic loss. It's always hard when it's around the holidays. I definitely would say that. So my heart does go out to family, friends, anyone that was touched by him personally, touched by his music. It's definitely a loss, but it's good to know that he lives on, through, his music sets, because I know he was on Hot 97? I think he was
92.
Power 92.
Yeah.
Power 92, yeah. So,
what city you in? Hot 97.
I'm in New York.
Well, I know, right? As soon as I heard that,
since you all are going to take this approach, and Stella and Shine are both saying mental health and agreed not to speculate, I'm going to move on because I had something real good that I scripted out, even though we're unscripted. I'm going to leave it alone. Matt Barnes, stupid. I just don't know. And I'm a virgin, so I won't know that if it's anything that good for $61,000.
Okay. So one, the blogs really have to stop just running with anything. Okay. So this was not an AI generated model. He, at the time when his I don't know if he ever married that girl that he got the other boy by. Okay, well, his fiance at the time, I think she called off the wedding. They were into it, and he had started DMing an actual Instagram model, right? So once he decided that he wanted to get back with his at the time fiance, the girl threatened to send the messages to the fiance. And so he ended up paying her not to post them, which she did anyway. This just goes to the fact that men really need to do a better job of who they keep company with.
Absolutely. I need a copy of those messages. I'm just gonna start sending them to random people. I hope I get 61. Okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Hey, you know what? Why not make it an even 100? Why not make it an even 100,000?
I mean, that part, ain't that what she said? Ain't that what they said in Coming to America?
Right.
Yeah. Is that what they said in Coming to America, baby? Okay.
He said, you think that's enough? He was like, why not just go with an even million? Yeah, the price has gone up.
The price is different.
Matt Barnes, and look, I've seen some AI stuff recently, so I was definitely believing this story. With all AI stuff is crazy. It is absolutely crazy the stuff that they can do now with non-blood flowing human beings. It is sad. It's scary.
Yes, very scary.
Take me to
dating AI characters. Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, which is very, very true. People have literally lost their mind behind this AI stuff. So I can't deny that.
So I was interested in the 50 Cent Diddy doc, The Reckoning. Kim said that she was going to be on the fence about it. That has since changed. I did start it, and I must say that I was sleepy, but it was something about it that turned me off, even in the beginning, that I really don't care. When you see something you like, you be like, oh, I got to go back to that in that spare time. I have not gone back to it since that might have been Friday or Saturday night.
Oh, wow.
And don't know if I will. But that's why we have the actual factual and the third co-host, Simone, to break down the doc for us. Have both of you all watched it in its entirety?
Yes.
Okay.
Unlike others, we don't speak on things that we don't know nothing about.
Oh, okay.
Diddy doc, 4-part series. Yes. So originally I was not going to watch this. Like, there was nothing in my spirit that said that I needed to watch this. It was not something that I was interested in because I have been done with Diddy love Puff Daddy Combs for a very long time now. Okay, for a very long time. But I started seeing the clips. People started hitting me in my inbox, asking me my opinion. And I was just like, okay, let me go ahead and turn this on. And I watched it. It took me 2 days to watch it all. And I have a lot of opinions, and I want to kind of start through the first one, through the last one. But before I do, Simone, what made you watch it? What was your opinion on the doc before we actually jump into breaking it down?
Well, I'm really into documentaries, so that's something that I just watch for pleasure, to be honest. So I knew I was gonna watch. I even watched the Puffy documentary on Tubi. I mean, I'm just really into documentaries. And my thought about it, I felt it gave us information we already knew. So I don't feel like you necessarily need to watch it. If you're looking for new information, you're not going to get it. You're just going to basically understand what type of asshole Diddy really is. But I do feel like I did enjoy the chronological sequence of the documentary. And that's what made me keep watching it.
Agreed. 100%.
Maybe that's what turned me off. Maybe because he started off at the very beginning of his career, and I already knew that. it didn't grab me immediately. So let's go past his rise to fame and let's get to when he really turned into the devil.
In my opinion, it was the celebrity basketball game where 9 people died and he got away with it. So him and Heavy D threw a celebrity basketball game in which tickets were sold for $12 a piece. And it was supposed to be like him bringing out the city and things like that. Less than $500 was spent on security. And from the doc and what has been shown, they sold capacity, but sold 2,000 tickets over capacity. Originally, they claimed that people tried to bum rush the gym, and that's how this happened. But no, it was very poorly executed and put together. In this event, 9 people died. And Diddy basically got away with it. He was the person that put this together. And I personally think when he got away with that, that was the first like tip of him thinking like, wow, I can kind of do anything. And then they have like a part in the doc where he says like, I actually got more famous because of a tragedy.
I totally agree with that. I agree with that. And I also felt like it was a part in the doc that I felt when he became that way, when he pretty much started like pushing back on Andre's direction. Like when it was in the office and, Andre was trying to tell him to do something a certain way. And he was just like, oh, that's not going to work. We should do it this way. And kind of like, was pushing back. Right then and there, I knew he's coming for your spot. He's becoming that asshole.
Absolutely.
Stella is saying, I'm surprised that Sir Goodwin hasn't watched it because I used to love Sean John. And, Sean
Oh, did
John,
you?
Yeah. I still have a few Sean John items that I can still wear today.
Oh, and
wow. Sean John was, you could be thin, a basketball build, as Kim would say, or you could have a couple of pounds on you like I do. So they made their clothes for, all sizes of men. So that was one designer that I could wear. A lot of the designer stuff, is not made for fat people. Shout out to Sean John for, helping me out. The entire document was a masterclass looking to the generational trauma and evilness, what was done to him. He inflicted on others and passed on his ways to his sons. It's sick and sad. Simone and Kim, please expound on that.
100%. One thing that I just want to, I get that the Black community has deemed whoopings now as like horrendous, and people might not like my take on this or anything like that. But getting your ass beat and getting beat was 2 different things. Okay, I just want to clarify that. Now, I am not trying to say that Janice wasn't whooping his ass, but my whole thing is how they tried to start the doc. I'm not going to lie. It messed with me just a little bit because they were trying to imply that he was getting, beat on by his mom, whatever, which could be completely true, right? But his sick, sadistic ways, yes, came out of childhood trauma, but he was a jealous, spirited person, period. And I don't think that Janice tried to raise him to be this king, this prince, this whatever, but she missed the mark because he was a evil, vindictive bitch. Like, that's literally what he was. So he literally hated people for being what he could never be, right? Yes, she had freak offs at the house. She had hoes, pimps, and all of that running in and out of the house. That's a terrible childhood. Yes, I'm not discounting that. But what sadistic monster that he turned into now, I think that is him. Period.
Okay, so you feel like Stella is saying that he became that way because of his childhood. And you're saying that it's a choice, you know.
100%. Don't get me wrong. I think Janice was a terrible mother, right? Yeah. Like you having hoes and pimps and all of this stuff running in and out your house. Absolutely, the bitch is never getting Mother of the Year, right? You know what I mean? But that's still him changing into who he is now is in him. That is who he is.
No, I mean, I totally agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree because I think it is a choice that he made later in life. Because when you look at, when he got old, he started abusing his mom. So it's just a cycle of abuse that just happened. So if he was this traumatized from his childhood, he would have never raised his hand to his mother. He would never have included her in anything. He would have took that opportunity and ran and disowned her, but he didn't. He sat up there and he used her. Let's keep it real. Like he wasn't the loving son towards her. He put things in her name because he didn't want to be sued. He never took her advice. When she spoke up, he slapped her a couple of times. Like he was just that evil. And I think he did make it as a choice because even when they was going through his childhood, he was bullied as a young boy. His best friend always defended him. So at the end of the day, he did see or feel what love can possibly feel like from another individual. And his best friend also grew up in a 2-parent home, if I'm not mistaken, and they always took him in. So he always had a safe place to go. Also, when you look at him growing up, even though Janice was doing all these horrible things, she provided him whatever he wanted.
Everything.
Like the fur.
Spoiled as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's not like he was that kid that was sleeping on a dirty mattress while she was fucking somebody in the bed next to him. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, even though he probably seen some fucked up ass shit, she did treat him, like she said, the king that she wanted him to become, even though his father had passed away. You know, she never took that on him. So I would say, yes, looking at what Janice was doing, he probably did not have respect for women. And that's where that evilness came in from women. But I think it is a choice that he made.
Yeah, it's something that we get to discuss often, too often here on this show, about parenting. And, our generation is the last generation of really giving a good whooping and getting away with it. And so I sent some people a video recently about it. It was a white teacher out in Florida she whooped her son. It was with a belt. She was left-handed. She gave him 15 good smacks, and somebody was recording it, and she was arrested. I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I'm pretty sure he did something, and if there's no discipline, if there's no structure, if things are bound to fail. And even as a parent, you're going to get ran over. There will be nothing you can say to somebody. They're going to run in and out of your house. So Janice did what she did, but at the end of the day, you are an adult and you know right from wrong. And the Bible says you know right from wrong as a baby. But as an adult, you know right from wrong. You made these choices.
But I think also you got to stop. Moni made a very great point. If people are going to attribute who he is to Janice, that's not how abuse works all the time, right? If he was terrified of Janice, if he hated Janice, right? Why would he take care of Janice for all these years, right? If he really hated the way that he was raised or that his mother beat him or whatever like that, you would become a millionaire and would make her watch you do what she couldn't.
Yeah, I think that it was what it sounds like to me, and now I got to go watch this damn thing. Is that it was him taking control. Absolutely. She always had control now because they always been cool.
They have. They've always. Janice has always been around. When
Diddy was Janice's man.
Yeah, when Diddy created Bad Boy, this is how strategic sick he is. When Diddy created Bad Boy, he knew that those 9 families, that those people were killed at that celebrity ball game, that if he came into any real money, that they would sue him. He put 75% of Bad Boy in Janice's name and gave 25% to Kurt Burrows, which is the co-founder / his best friend at the time, in his name. So he could not be sued by those families.
Well, that Janice was such a horrible mom. She would have took that money and ran. And I have another point. Let's keep in mind that when Diddy was younger, he went to Catholic school, for one.
Yes.
That's tuition based. 2, let's not forget that Diddy got into Howard University. He dropped out.
Yep.
So to get in there, he must have had a great education to even be able to apply to get into such an elite school. So, I mean, it's not Harvard, but Howard is a good school.
Some people use their intelligence in evil ways.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He made a choice to be evil, and he knew how to use people and use the system from an early age. He knew that. That wasn't his mom. That was him.
We are live on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. I want to go to an Instagram comment, but I also would like for Stella, I would like for you to expound on how he passed this trauma and evilness on to his sons, because I guess it's in the documentary. I don't know, but from outside looking in, they actually don't seem to be too bad.
That Justin is him in a light skinned form. Like, Justin is him in a light skinned form. Now Quincy and the one that is his twin had Kim as a mother. Okay, and Kim might have been able to step in and create some distance. Don't get me wrong; they are like him, but that Justin is him.
Okay, yeah. Gabby Go Hard on Instagram says all of those individuals were willing participants. Everyone is taking advantage of the Me movement. They all want money, not justice. Me. He was abusive and disrespectful to women, not taking that away. That's wrong. But they knew what they signed up for. Money is the root of all evil. So I have always argued that even with Cassie. So does this make any sense to you? What Gabby Go Hard is saying on Instagram?
Absolutely not. Because if you watched the full doc, Aubrey O'Day is a prime example of someone. Aubrey O'Day got kicked out of Danity Kane because she would not fuck Diddy, right? Mm-hmm. That was her. So if you ever watch Making the Band, they tried to make it like Aubrey O'Day wouldn't listen, that she was out here being a slut, that she was ruining the image of the group, all of this, right? So they had everybody hating Aubrey, right? Because like she wouldn't fall in line and all of these things. 20 plus years later, Aubrey O'Day finds out through somebody else's affidavit, that she was in a studio one night, drugged out of her mind, being SA'd by Diddy and his bodyguard. She has no knowledge of this. She literally was drugged out of her mind to the fact that she does not even know that this happened to her. And this is not her saying this. She has not filed a lawsuit. She's not trying to pile on. She's not anything. Someone else was in the studio with someone else, was on their way to the bathroom and got turned around, pushed open a door and literally witnessed this, went and told, and then the person that she was with said, "You need to mind your business. This has nothing to do with you." Aubrey O'Day did not find out this information about herself until last year. So imagine you thinking for 20 years that you've escaped all of this stuff. This is not made up. She read emails that he sent her basically saying, when you're ready to get effed, and be F the way that I want to F you, then we'll be good. Yeah. You thinking for 20 years you escaped something like this, and then you find out 20 years later, because you wouldn't give it up, he took it.
Mm-hmm. He's the worst kind of lame, filthy rich, friend you never want, envious of everyone, satisfied by nothing, tantrums and abuse like a small YT in the store. That applies.
Yeah, that sums it up very well, Ashanti. I agree.
As far as the kid, that applies to everybody now because you can't whip your kid. So let me say this.
You have daughters, don't forget that.
I know. I know. And my stand stays the same. And I have very, very great conversations with my twins. Mm-hmm. Like he has twins as well. Behavior inexcusable. I'm gonna leave it there.
There you go.
Behavior inexcusable, but also know your personnel, know what door you're walking through, and be okay with saying no. Also know that all money is not good money, and I also tell them not to trust no one. Trust no one, and I just feel like, and we have heard this. This has been happening since the beginning of time. You know, there's a price to pay for fame, and you have a small, just like Trump. Diddy is like Trump, okay, and the Weinsteins and other people. They want to control you, and they breed their own up or an assistant up to keep that control to the end of time. This is what we are seeing right now in the presidency in the White House of America, having just control. Even when they dead, they still want to have that control. So it's wrong on all accounts. There just has to be some accountability for people who go in thinking that they're different. Don't think that you're different than the next person.
I have a couple questions, but I want to get to Stella's comment. Cassie was 19. Aubrey O'Day was 19 or 20. His first victim that he essayed, videotaped, and denied was also 19. This is predatorial. What are your thoughts, Simone?
No, you just hit it. That I was just about to say. First, I want to apologize when I got off of camera. The devil is a lie. I think as soon as y'all said Diddy, my computer was about to die and my voice got he said, today, touch your laptop.
You turned Diddy down. So he said, okay,
it's time to go. But no, I totally agree. I was about to say what Kim just said, and you said somebody on live just said, well, Stella. I agree. Like 19, you're still young. You're still impressible. And I just feel like if you look at everybody that he attacked, like Aubrey, she was with her mom, someone that she trusted. Her mom supported the decision. Her mom is actually the one who told her to go out for making a bin. So why wouldn't I not trust my mom? But at the same time, of course, her mom didn't know. So I'm not blaming her mom. I'm just saying, like, these were kids that were acting. Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying these are kids that was acting on the advice of an older person. If you look at Cassie, she had went with her manager. This is a man that she trusted. When he said, I could introduce you. Well, it was her manager, right?
Ryan Leslie was her boyfriend / manager.
Yeah. She trusted him. When he said, I could hook you up with Diddy and he could put you on, she trusted that. So at the end of the day, it's not like these were women that were sitting on the corner at night and got in the car with a man they didn't know. These were girls that were brought to this man by people that they trusted. Point blank, period.
And so
he did take advantage.
Look, 100% that he knew what he was doing and he took advantage of these people. And he's a monster, devilish, and I don't think he served enough time. But hey, he has money. Hey, we have to go with
I
the
have a
justice
question though. I have a question.
that we have to deal with.
So everybody always makes this guise of like, oh, this is the entertainment business. If you want to be in this business, you have to sacrifice. Why didn't Taylor Swift have to sacrifice? I'm just saying. I'm just saying though. Like, why didn't NSYNC have to sacrifice? Why why didn't Shania Twain have to sacrifice? So
I'm sure
this is something we've built in it, but not in this way. I don't have to sacrifice with my dog. Don't get me wrong. Taylor Swift might not have had like the best thing with Scooter Braun and having to buy her masters back and re-record. So her sacrifice was having to re-record and make millions off a record that was stole from her, right? Okay. Cassie had 11 years beatings, being essayed by multiple men. Do you see the difference? I'm confused because Black people always want to get down on other Black people. These Black people wanted to be in this industry, so they know the sacrifice that they have to make. And this is not the music industry. This is what Black people have created the music industry to be. So if all of these white women are not showing up telling me, somebody like Taylor Swift, that she had to sacrifice her body to be in this entertainment business, then I think you need to find another explanation.
I would bet a lot of money if I had it that Taylor Swift can give you stories.
Hasn't been touched. You want to know why? Because of the people around her and they couldn't play with her. That's why. Yes. Yes. What happened to Taylor Swift with Scooter Braun? That's it.
I think there's a 1% of artists, and I'm saying male and female, who their talent can make them walk away from certain troubles. And I'll use a Beyonce as an example. That is just that's talent that you can't deny. She can walk away from Diddy like Mary J. Blige did, like Faith did, like Lil' Kim did, and go get another deal and still go to the top. When you're dealing with people where the talent is just not there, they usually sell themselves and succumb to the BS of the industry. So when you say Cassie, and I do want to say that I do not condone anything that he has done. I'm just giving a different perspective. Those people didn't have the talent. Cassie was pretty. That's it.
So what about Biggie? What about Craig Mack that was nominated for a Grammy? I'm confused. So if it's about talent, they were talented.
Absolutely.
And what did he do to them? You have to remember that I didn't watch it.
Craig Mack was so broke that him and his wife was in a club one night and he was begging. This is when he was nominated already. He was begging Diddy for money and Diddy handed him $100. Biggie, okay. He's not here.
The word on the street is that the people are saying that Diddy killed Biggie and Tupac. Do you all believe that from this documentary?
Yes.
I believe Tupac, definitely. I think Biggie
was an accident.
I think he just didn't care about Biggie. He knew Biggie. He placed Biggie in danger, but he just didn't care. Yeah. That's why I think what happened with Biggie. But I was going to go back to saying, like, when are we going to get tired of blaming the victims?
Come on, talk about it.
Nobody's blaming the victim. Who's blaming the victim?
I just feel like when we say that, well, women should know, they should know what? What should they know?
So let's say like my daughters are 17. All right. Mm-hmm. So let's just fast forward 2 years. They're 19. They grown. Mm-hmm. Somebody like Diddy, and I have some names. I have even local names. I'm not going to go there. knocks on my door saying, hey, your daughter's got talent. They got long legs. They can sing. They whatever. I'm gonna tell them, look, I know you're grown. That's not the direction you want to go. Okay. I know that they offer you $1 million to sign on the dotted line. Don't do it. And I'm going to let them know that if you do it, I'm going to support you, but I'm going to support you from the back because you've already made that decision. So that is what I mean by, with certain people come knocking at your door, and even we stereotype people, we prejudge people. Don't judge a book by its cover. We do it every time. As a parent and even as a person, like, no, can't do it. But the fame and the money makes people greedy. And then you have to go and unpack all the layers and stuff, all the BS that you'd have dealt with when you could have you dealt with it unnecessarily.
I just feel I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is entertainment is some kids or even adults' dream, right? We have seen people become very successful without any incidents in entertainment fields. So what I'm saying is, why are we saying that every female, because we don't say this about males, so let's keep it real. We're saying this about, it's not true until they start coming up these documentaries, these boys saying that things were happening to them. Before, nobody was saying nothing. Let's keep it real. No one was saying nothing. And I just feel they was just saying, females, watch your back, because this is just life. Even when Weinstein came out with his thing, it was, all these females dealt with it because that's life. Cosby, that's life. It didn't happen until the dark side came out when they said, oh, this actually happened to boys on the Disney Channel, and this actually happened to boys in real life. But that was later on down the road. There has been so many people already accused of doing this stuff to females, but it took a boy to come out and actually speak up for himself, a man now, for people to actually say this is happening to everyone. But I'm going back to say that at the end of the day, I feel that as a female or anybody that's going in the entertainment field, you can't say that they need to be cautious. Yes, I do agree with that. But why do we have to keep saying, like, don't do that because this is going to happen automatically? Like Kim said, it's not an automatic thing. It didn't happen to Taylor Swift. It didn't happen to Christina Aguilera. They was all happy on the Mickey Mouse.
Why don't y'all think that? Why don't you all think that it didn't happen to them?
Her family messed her up. Huh?
Why do you all think that didn't happen to them?
Because the thing is that, one, if something like that would have happened to Taylor Swift, it would be out. How she connects with her fans and how she builds her stories and how she puts her album out and her cult following, it would have come out. The simple point that we are making is that this is something that we accept in the Black community, right? Girls should be cautious. Girls should be cautious of everything in our community. What we're basically saying is that women should not be punished for being women.
That's true.
Period. That is not how this works. I shouldn't be blamed because this man is sick. There is no you should have known or fame comes with, or people sell their soul. This man is evil. Period. That should literally be the period. But now we have all of these think pieces, and now we have all of these opinions about no.
We justifying it. That's what we're doing. You got to consider when all this was happening to these women, this was an icon. Yes. This was someone you saw on TV every day. This is someone who was giving back to the community. This is someone that was actually out in the community, but then go behind closed doors and say he was sick of the community. how nasty the community was, and he really didn't like mingling with the community.
They got him with that.
But you wouldn't even know that. This is somebody who started a clothing line for Black people to put Black people on. He had Black models and, Black actors. This is someone who made a show to try to find a band for Black people. So why would I not consider him a bad person? I just wouldn't.
And then also, if we're going to put this guys on Black famous men, where's the stories about Denzel? Cheating on your wife is one thing. I ain't never heard nobody came out saying that he was beating Pauletta behind the closed door. Where's the stories about Samuel L. Jackson? He was a crackhead and his wife got him back to where he is now. I ain't never seen a story about, like, what is this theory that oh, no, this is just what it is. Because if this is just what it is, we would see just as many stories about these Black men. Where's the stories about Spike Lee? I'm confused.
Okay.
Y'all are saying that it's happening everywhere. So where are their stories?
So 2 things. With the boys, it happens with boys too. On the grand scale and on the AAU team. It is something that sick people like Diddy, I agree, they use power and control and scare tactics for sexual purposes. We talk about this all the time too, Kim. Sex is just people. It's just I don't get it. Why you got to have it, and it's and the money to get it. I don't understand all of it, but I do understand. I'm just not involved. Yeah. White people, white women especially, because the same way white women can vote for Trump and Republicans is the same way that there's a chance that Taylor Swift and Shania Twain, Christina Aguilera is Hispanic, but she presents as a white woman to some people. They don't say anything because there is, especially in America, well, I ain't never lived nowhere else, there is a negativity to messing stuff up. So if you say something, you're going to mess up your career. So you shut the hell up and eat it and get over it, go to counseling, and you make millions and billions and dollars and go to the top.
The only reason that I push back on that is the Me Too movement. A-list actresses, A-list celebrities came out and still make if the Me Too movement, thank you, the Harvey Weinstein effect, baby Stella, that's sis. That's exactly where I was going with it. That does not stand up anymore because of the Me Too movement. If you would have said that before, if you would have said that before 2016, you might have had some footing. Not anymore. Now they write books about it. Now they make movies about it. Now they make press conferences about it. Doesn't stand anymore. And back to Diddy, because I don't want us to escape the 4th episode, okay? Because Simone hit on something that a lot of people keep trying to skip over in the doc. So nobody really talks about how arrogant you have to be to have a camera crew, okay, following you around 6 days before you go to prison, okay? That's one. Clearly, Diddy thought that he was going to get off for this too, and that he would have a comeback story with this video that he was this documentary of himself that he was going to put out. So when everybody else had turned against him, he went back home, right? He went back to Harlem. He outside hugging people, taking pictures. I mean, the community think that he is back. He gets in the car after he gets done hugging his people and shaking hands with his people and says, what, Simone?
Can you give me some hand sanitizer? I need to take a bath. I feel dirty.
Ain't that a bitch?
What's the problem with that?
The problem is it really lets you know what he thinks about us.
So you all said that he said it because it was black people, not just because
that's exactly what it was.
Not just because it was people that he didn't know.
No.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. A couple of days prior, he was outside riding his bicycle,
right? With the whites.
With the whites. He stopped somewhere. I don't know if it was his hotel or apartment or whatever, but he started taking pictures with all of them. Never stated, can you give me some hand sanitizer? I need to take a shower. And you just got finished riding a bike across New York.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
But when you was in Harlem, you got out your car, grabbed the meal with Jim Jones, and got back in your car and just encountered a few people outside. It didn't make any sense.
It makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that. I was just playing devil's advocate, but it makes all the sense in the world, because when you get to a certain level, it's only gonna be not even a handful of black people around you, and so your mind is washed and brainwashed to think like white people think, and some white people just feel like when it's black, it's dirty, it's nasty. That's what the color black means to them. And so it's sad that a black man who blacker than all of us on this screen here, forgets that this is you.
You're black.
And guess what? That's why his black ass is in jail, and they probably out on their yachts in the Caribbean enjoying it while he's taking the fall for all the stuff that they put him on to. He ain't did all this without the support of the YTs.
Now I agree with that. Stella said he said he needed to bathe in Perel, that he was disgusted he had to be among these people, but that is what he needed to do.
Yep.
And I don't know why he felt like he needed to do it, because it didn't mean
because
anything.
it was going to be his comeback story. Like all of this was being filmed, right? So all of this was being filmed or whatever. The thing is that a lot of people don't realize that the footage that they have was not for this doc. It was for his doc. And what happened is they did not pay the videographer. And so then the videographer in turn turned around and sold the footage to Netflix.
This is what happens.
That's what happens when you don't pay people. This nigga ain't paid in 30 years.
He got caught lacking.
30 years. And we can close on this. I think it should be studied, because we've talked about this multiple times about how men envy the women that other men have, and it's like they wait their turn for those women. He had an obsession with other men's women. It is sick the way that he preyed on these women just because he envied the men that they were with. It is insane when you find out that technically the East and West Coast beef started because Diddy ended up having sex with Suge Knight's side piece. That's insane. All of these people lost their lives because of his envy of Suge Knight.
Yeah.
His envy of Ryan Leslie is how Cassie ended up in her situation. It is insane when you go down the list of
Kim Porter.
Oh my God, Albie, the main one, Albie Shore.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, how do you forget Kim Porter? And like how you knew that everybody around him thought he was a ugly, lame ass nigga? Is that like Albie Shore, when they come to tell Albie Shore that Kim Porter is with him, what did Albie Shore say? You are lying.
He didn't believe it.
Kim would never do that. Kim would never do that. But it wasn't even about the money. Like, because at the time he was still up and coming, right? Like, he wasn't the Diddy that we know now. It was the fact that he really had like this sick obsession with proving that he could get with these women that he considered these high up men having. That is insane. Goes back to this whole theory of men who wait in line for women. Like, why can't you go out and find your own woman? Why are you literally waiting for the chance to screw a woman that you've literally watched somebody else screw?
Hey, cuz I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you with what you're saying. I also have to say this is not just men. This is a people thing. People always want what somebody else has, whether it be their money, whether it be their man, whether it be their woman, whether it be their car. People want it, and they don't really have to keep it. They just want to say, I had it, maybe put a baby in you and get a baby out of you, and be ready to get what they see the person over there has. And Kim, you should not. Women do the exact same thing.
You shall not envy your neighbor.
But I do agree with Goodwin. It is universal across the board. I feel like with Diddy, he just took it to the extreme. But yes, women and men both do things like that. I do agree. And it's sick and it's crazy. It's just that Diddy was able to do it because, yes, he was in a position of power. So with him, I felt like he took it to the extreme, got with these women, and he resented them for it because they didn't give him the power, the respect that he thought that was going to come from the community. He thought being with having Cassie on his arm was going to give him a lot of clout. He thought people going to be like, he thought he was going to be like Jay-Z and Beyonce. But all these women, it was never the case with him. No. None of these women put him in power of a money couple or a power couple, I should say.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why he abused them, because
he hated them for it.
He hated
them for it. He hated, like, all he wanted to do was touch the trophy. But once he obtained the trophy, he hated the trophy because he knew that she had been with the man that he envied.
Absolutely.
Like, you hate me because of the person that you took me from, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Unapologetic Podcast. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms and all podcast platforms. We are deep into the discussion of the Diddy doc, The Reckoning, right now. And before we end, I think we're going to save Kim's Corner for another show at another time. But we cannot end with talking about the executive producer of this document, 50 Cent, who is still getting all type of backlash for putting this documentary together and exposing Diddy and probably others. But they said, oh, no, you're a snitch. I mean, people are publicly calling this man a snitch. Simone, what are your thoughts on the 50 Cent backlash and his disdain for Diddy?
I'm going to keep it really short and simple. I'm not mad at 50. I'm not. 50 had made it very clear he does not like Puffy. He can't stand Puffy. So, given the opportunity to make money off of Puffy and to expose him for the creep that he is, kudos to him. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kim?
I think it's very odd that in our community, this is considered snitching, right? So when Tubi, ABC, Hulu, All of them did documentaries on Diddy in the last year. I didn't see this outrage. I didn't see this, I didn't see anybody picketing outside of ABC studios, outside of Hulu studios, or anything like that, because white people can profit off of us, but we can't profit off each other, right? That's the thing. So 50 Cent should be ashamed of himself, and 50 Cent shouldn't want to kick a black man while he's down. Fuck that black man, because if he would have done none of these things, then 50 Cent wouldn't have a documentary to produce. And be very clear, he's an executive producer, okay? There are many hands in this documentary, but does it make sense to put 50 out in the front of it? Absolutely. Why? Because it is trending #1 on Netflix, and our community is talking about it. I think anybody getting on the internet talking about 50 Cent is a snitch and 50 Cent shouldn't have done this to another black man are exactly the type of people that 50 Cent is talking about in this documentary, that has literally assisted this type of man for 30 plus years, right? So yes, there are a lot of backstories when it comes to 50 Cent and Diddy, right? And the thing is, to be personally honest, I think 50 Cent is keeping it light. I think he's keeping it light with the whole, like, Diddy offered to take him shopping, right? Like, that was the first, issue that he had with him or anything like that. But if you do not know the name Chris Lighty, then you should do your Googles before you judge 50 Cent about doing this documentary. Just like we have made this excuse of all of these things that happen in the entertainment industry that we don't know about and that happens to people, 50 Cent knows too, right? And Chris Lighty, which was his manager, which was one of his best friends, is no longer here. So before you step out and call him a snitch, and personally, I think that's why none of this stuff is fazing him. 50 Cent knows why he did this documentary. And nobody is going to shame him into believing that he has done something wrong. Diddy did all of these things, right? If none of these things had happened, we would not have a 4-part documentary series about it.
And let's be clear, everything that was in the documentary, and I said this early on, we already knew. He just placed it in chronological order to make it make sense. But everything that he said in this documentary, you could go on YouTube and find it from someone else that reported on it. It's nothing new. He didn't give us anything new but the footage that Diddy had his cameraman shoot.
Right? The fact that the only new information in the doc is what Diddy recorded is crazy.
I mean, that's just crazy to me. So I mean, can we say Diddy snitched on himself too? I mean, I don't know.
Shout out to my cancer brother, 50 Cent, for catching Diddy lacking and having the money to outbid everyone and get the footage. If I had the money, you would have saw me on Good Morning America with a big old Giordano's on me. Okay.
I do
Diddy is petty.
Very much so. But I think Stella has made a great point. She said the same people calling 50 Cent a snitch are the same ones mad when you call out the weird uncles in your family. Now that is the word. That is the word.
That was good.
Come on, Stella.
But you better
walk it through. Okay,
but that's the truth.
Because that is the truth.
It's the truth.
Very much true.
That is very true.
Yes.
And it goes back to the point made that, this stuff happened up here, but it happened right down here too. And the apple don't fall far from the tree. And there will probably be another 4-part series if all those folks that co-sign would speak out. Great point. Money,
great point.
When there's money to be made, 50 made all this money. These people watch. It's going to the big screen. we got a Diddy. We got a big screen movie coming out.
And also, I want to be clear too with the Ja Rules and him, trying to expose Ja Rule. We don't care. Y'all beef go back to something serious. Y'all shot that man 9 times. Okay, we don't want to hear nothing about it. We really, really don't. We don't care. Now, somebody that I am disappointed in is Marlon. Marlon Wayans, over the last 2 days getting involved in this, really has shook me to my core because the Wayans family do not do this.
I wasn't mad at Marlon at first, but as it started to escalate, yes, I agree with you. Like what Marlon initially said, I think, was on point considering that he was friends with, all parties involved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was friends with Tupac, he was friends with Biggie.
Him and Tupac were best friends.
Right. They shot above the rim together. Puffy took them out in New York, showed them a good time, whatever. So I kind of understood what he was saying when they asked him the question, but I'm with you. I hate that he's feeding in to the drama now. Like he should have said what he said. So like just posting like the picture of, posting pictures of Puffy and 50 Cent together. Also, just trolling 50. I mean, we all know
they trolling each
that
other.
This is what 50 does for a living. Yes. We know that.
Yes.
So I just felt like Marlon, I would consider him above the trolling, pretty much. So when he gave his commentary on it, like, don't kick a black man when they're down, I got what he was saying, period. But I just feel that when 50 said what he had to say about Marlon and did the little screenshot of him naked on the floor,
yeah,
I kind of chuckled. That was a little funny. That was hilarious. But after that, for Marlon to come back,
yeah,
and say some troll 50, I just felt like it was very immature.
Just
if you said what you said, leave it alone.
I also think people need to stop with this narrative of kicking somebody when they're down, right? So there's a thing in the legal field called a cease and desist, right? There's also things called I can sue you for slander and libel, right? All of these things exist in the legal community for things that are lies, right? So if you get on the internet and lie about me, I can sue you, right? I can literally file my own complaint, or I can hire an attorney to file a complaint on my behalf because you are lying about me, right? If you're kicking it, what I consider kicking someone when they're down is that you are adding on to a lie about someone that someone else has created. Where's the lawsuit?
But see, I get where Marlon was coming from when he said, but Marlon had to say that. I mean, keep in mind, at the end of the day, Puffy done killed some people. Shit done happened. And
people have died around him.
I'm just keeping it real. And then keep in mind that Marlon did hang out with Puffy at a point in time. I don't know what take the feds got. I don't know what the fuck they got. That's why you don't hear Jay-Z coming out saying shit. You ain't heard nothing. A lot of people ain't saying nothing, period. To the fan or they haven't said anything. Marlon was put on the spot. He said what he said, and he kind of came off as a little jokish.
He did.
But then he had to say, you know what? This nigga gonna find out. I don't know what the fuck he got on me. This motherfucker around here killing motherfucker. They dying. Let me just go ahead and act like I like the nigga and defend him. The difference between him and 50 is 50 gives two fucks, and everybody know 50 don't like Puffy, just like everybody knew that Tupac gave two fucks and didn't like Puffy. So at the end of the day, they're gonna stand by what they said. So what I was like, I got what Marlon was doing, because honestly, he shouldn't have said nothing, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think also too,
I'm not gonna speak on it.
Right. When you're presented with that question, all you have to say is, I wish both brothers the best.
But he can't say that, because Puffy would be like, oh, so nigga, you can't defend me? Now I'm about to kill your ass.
Let me tell you something. If grown men are still scared of Puffy in 2025, the sassy movement is really real.
Nigga, I'm scared of Puffy. After watching this goddamn documentary.
I am just saying, if grown men are still scared of this man in 2025, we really need to sit down and have a conversation.
Well, we need to have a conversation because I'm telling you,
insane.
After watching this documentary, I didn't know a lot of people died, and it was suspicious.
Yeah, it was a lot of suspicion around a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely. I just thought he was a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? Right. I thought he was a punk who was afraid of men until after watching this documentary.
Yeah, I'm like, this is important.
Yeah.
You know what? They never brought up, and the thing is, one thing I will say about 50 Cent is that he did not bring up the fact that Diddy has a daughter with Tupac's ex, okay? Because don't forget how much he envied Tupac and things like that. He left that out of the doc. So that little girl that's the same age as the twins, her mother is one of Tupac's exes. Mm-hmm. Yep, I know. Yep. Insane. That's what I said. The envy that he had for these men is insane. So, and he left out because he said today, I think he was on Good Morning. He was on one of the shows that originally he was talking to Diddy and his sons about the doc because they wanted to make sure that their side was going to be said in the doc. But I guess once they seen where the doc was going, then they didn't want anything to do with it anymore. And I think it's very respectful that they kept any allegations out about Kim Porter because
absolutely
of her kids.
Mm-hmm. Everything that he said was already put out there. Like even with the Biggie and Tupac stuff, everything he said is in court transcripts. He didn't make it up. Yeah. All this is said, and then what he didn't say, people that were close to Puffy said for him. Keep in mind, there was a lot of interviews on there. 50 was not on there speaking about Puffy
at all.
They just asked the question, and the people gave the answer. So I don't know. I don't feel like he did anything wrong.
I don't either, and I don't consider him a snitch at all.
Yeah, he could do way more. He could.
He really could. He really, really could.
Yeah.
Simone,
yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You're great as usual.
Always.
I really love your passion that you have for this. You know, it's very good. Very good. This was good stuff. I must say, I think I'm gonna put this. I might watch Abbott Elementary and then go ahead and put on this Diddy doc and see what's going on. What I'm missing in these streets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you not know about the celebrity basketball game?
I did not.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get that far. I did see. I got to the part where Heavy D and Andre Harrell. So I'm probably right there. I'm just going to start. I'm going to start from the beginning. Simone, thank you so much for joining us and safe travels back to Carbondale tonight.
Thank you guys for having me.
Season 15 of the Unapologetic Podcast wraps up next Wednesday night. The actual and factual Kim Smith, thank you for giving it to us real and raw. I can't really, that's kind of Diddy, real. The actual and factual Kim Smith, safe travels back to the 618. So many more questions, but we got to keep this under 2 hours.
I know.
Unapologetic Podcast on all social media and podcast platforms. Like, love, share, follow, subscribe, tell a friend. Thank you for joining. See you next week. We out.
Good night.
Good night.